Hey, what is going on, comic book familia? We are here at San Diego Comic-Con. I am with Gene from Shortbox. Gene, before we start talking about Shortbox and all the great things that are happening with Shortbox, how's the convention so far going with you?
Oh, it's San Diego Comic Con. This is the Mecca. This is the mother of
Yeah.
all cons.
Yes.
I do have some quick thoughts on that.
Okay.
A lot of people will complain and say, "Oh, San Diego Comic Con isn't about comics anymore. There aren't any comics." Actually, there are more dealers at San Diego Comic Con than there are at a lot of the major cons.
Really?
There's just a lot more other stuff.
Yes.
And there's a lot more people.
Yeah.
But we're surrounded by 30 plus of the best dealers in the industry right now.
Well, I did not know that, because I know at Comic-Con you guys have a small section compared
Right.
to the whole convention. This whole convention is huge.
Six
But-
football fields.
Six. I
is
did
the,
not know that.
is
I'm,
the
I'm
expo
learning
hall.
a lot from you.
Yeah, been coming to Comic Con for many years.
Yeah. How many years have you been coming to Comic-Con as a vendor?
Well, just as Shortbox, this is
Yes.
only our second year
Right.
setting up,
Yes.
but I've been attending as a fan for 10 plus years now.
I know some people say that it's hard to get on to become a vendor at Comic Con because the waiting list is so long. Did you apply like a long time ago, or did you?
Yeah, we've actually we're on the waiting list for a few years before we finally got in because
Okay.
a lot of the dealers here have been doing it. Some of them have been
Yes.
doing this since Comic Con #1.
Yeah.
Right, it's crazy, and so
Wow.
you don't leave when you get your spot in, and so it's
Yeah.
really tough to get
Yeah.
in. So we got a little lucky.
Okay, let's talk about Shortbox.
Yeah.
First of all, we're both from San Francisco. So I started talking to Gene,
Hey.
and I go, "Hey, where you from, San Francisco?" I go, "Dan was born in San Francisco." So we started talking about that last year. But how did you come up with the name Shortbox?
Oh man! So before we launched the app 3.5 years ago, my co-founder Beej and we actually started a blog almost 10 years ago, which was Shortbox. So
Okay.
Shortbox, the brand, has existed for almost 10 years now, and so we came up with the idea of the name Shortbox because the idea of the original blog, again, this was years ago. We were reviewing comics, we were collectors, we were connecting with other collectors around the country, and we would always ask people, if you only had one short box, what would you keep in it? Like,
Cool.
what are the books that make the cut?
Okay.
So, like, does it get short boxed? And that's sort of where the idea of it came from. And it
So-
just stuck.
So when you guys started the company and started selling comic books, was the app hand in hand with it, or did you start the company, start selling it like online on like a web store, or did just Shortbox, the app, come together?
Shortbox, the app, just sort of happened organically. In terms of our origin story, we were bloggers, we were building community, we were really active in the community. We became dealers ourselves, and we spent years just complaining about how hard and complicated and cumbersome it is to do something as simple as buying and selling comic books.
Yeah.
And obviously my background and my co-founder's background, we have backgrounds in technology and working up in San Francisco and in Silicon Valley for some of the biggest software companies in the world. And so, we decided that we wanted to build a platform that we thought had to exist. And we
Okay.
just had to go about it and do it ourselves.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the app. How does it work? Because I know you've added some things to it, like not graded comic books, like regular comic books. It's on the app now, so explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the app was a marketplace just for graded comic books, for buying and selling graded comic books.
Yes.
But literally last week we opened it up to raw comics. So now you can
Yeah.
buy and sell both raw and graded comic books. We also launched a portfolio, which is essentially a collection manager where you can load your books for sale. You can see the value of your portfolio as a whole. And we also launched a free CGC price guide. So you can research books, look at historical sales, and it's all completely free.
Now tell anybody who sells a book on your app, what their perks are.
Yeah, so really it is the easiest place to list a book for sale, easier than any other platform. If you're selling a graded book, you take a picture of the front, the back, enter your price. You can submit a book in literally 10 seconds. That is how easy it is. And then if a book sells, you get an order confirmation and a prepaid shipping label. You print it out, pack it up, ship it out, and that's it. It is literally the easiest way to buy and sell comic books. And we handle all the customer support. We handle all inquiries, all order updates. We facilitate the transaction itself, and so we really do all the work for you. And all you have to do is list a book and ship it out when it sells.
That's all great, but tell everybody how much a customer pays. I think that's the best part, So
Yeah, so it's in terms of the seller fee, it's just a flat 10%.
Yeah.
Pretty competitive fee, I would say. That's also all inclusive of all payment processing fees. Sellers don't pay shipping, the buyer pays shipping, and so it's just a flat 10%. There's no hidden seller's premiums, there's no additional buyer's premiums, there's no all other random hidden fees and listing fees and all that other stuff. It's just we want to keep things simple and easy.
So say I would buy a book on the app, and does the buyer have something saying, hey, I didn't like the way the book liked? Do you ever get that, or do you?
We do. I mean, we're all
Sure.
collectors, right?
Yes.
Even everyone on our support and operations team, we're all collectors. We understand,
Yes.
how personal it is to collect a book. And the good thing about us, between buyers and sellers, is that we handle all the customer support. So let's say if I'm a buyer and I buy a book, and let's say the case comes cracked, right? They can just reach out to our support, and we'll facilitate and we'll mediate between the seller and the buyer. And sometimes we either do a full refund and we just take it back, or we'll offer additional credit if it
Wow.
does, depending on the severity of it. So
Yeah.
really, our support team handles all of these issues. So sellers and buyers don't have to go back and forth with each
Yeah.
other and worry all about that.
So anything else you want to talk about Shortbox before we end this?
No, it's just, again, if you haven't
Yeah.
checked it out, or if you haven't heard of us for the first time, it's free to download on iOS and Android. Like I said, there's also a free price guide. So even if you don't want to buy or sell, you just want to research prices on books, just download the app and you can have access to all that data for free.
So in the description on this YouTube channel, I'm going to put a link to his Instagram page, Shortbox. But is there any other way they can reach you, like a website, or just what's the easiest way? Downloading the app. That's
Download
easiest
the app,
way? Yeah.
and again, we're very, very active on social media. We're on all platforms.
Yeah.
You can join our Discord. We're very active on there and chatting, and so we're easy to reach.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you one more question. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Sure.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, Batman. This is
Oh,
easy.
really?
This is easy.
Yeah.
I didn't have to think about that one. I'm a Batman guy through and through, so he's my guy.
If anybody's wondering, mine's Daredevil.
Nice.
Okay. But thanks a lot, Gene, again, man, for letting me
Awesome.
come on my channel, man.
Awesome.
It was
Good seeing you,
cool, man.
buddy.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Take care.
Take care, everyone. Bye.